In this video, I'm going to share with you my networking secrets that have allowed me to amass a network of multi-millionaires and maintain that for the last 12 years. See, that is something that I wasn't even aware of. I was having a conversation with my friend the other day and he was like,
what's the biggest result that you've gotten in your life?
like, what is the thing that you can talk about with confidence because you have the results and it's not even a question, like the results are evident. And I said, well, of course I've gotten in shape, like I've been ripped and shredded for the last 6 years. That's great. And I've mastered my health, right? It's still a process. There's obviously next levels in health, but I can get bigger muscles, I can get more flexible, there's next levels, right? But the health is good, right? Testosterone's high, it's 946. It's between 300 and 1000, right? And my testosterone is 946, so health is going good. So the other area that I've gotten great results in is networking and social life. And this is something that I never was good at, but I realized how important it was from an early age, right? When I met my first mentor when I was 21 years old, I realized that knowing the right people is most of the game. And I always listen to this quote. It's all about, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that quote was like my driving force. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Like Tony Robbins said, proximity is power. Get around what you want, right? And so I was like,
all right, I need to get around what I want.
So I started going to events. But see, a lot of people go to events, but they walk away with no connections. Or they make a connection and it just fizzles out, right? And why does that happen? Well, there's a lot of reasons why, but essentially it's they don't know certain things. So first of all, they don't know how to present themselves in a valuable way. They don't know how to connect properly. Essentially, the umbrella is connection, right? They don't know how to connect in an authentic way that makes the other person want them in their life. That's essentially it. So how do you connect in that way? So how did I do it? How did I connect when I didn't have anything to offer this guy? How did I connect with him? And then he's offering me a chance to work with him in Thailand. Like he basically said, hey, I just met you and now you're coming into my personal life. How did that happen? Doesn't happen all the time. He was a special case, but I can tell you how. First of all, you need to know something about a person, right? Like you need to understand something about them. And then when you meet them, you need to bring that up. Whatever you know about them, you need to show that you are interested in them. It's the first rule of communication with people, right? Like how to win friends and influence people. You can make more friends in 2 hours by being interested in them than you can in 2 months by talking about yourself and being interested only in yourself. So when you're interested in someone else, naturally, law of reciprocation, they're going to be interested in you, right? And you can try this out. It works. It's like, this is, I don't make this stuff up. This is just age-old wisdom I'm just imparting to you right now. And so, yeah, I let him know that I knew who he was and I paid attention to what he was doing in his life. And then I just built rapport, like, oh, so you live in Thailand, where are you from? Like all the stuff, just building rapport and letting him know a bit about me, but not talking too much about me. See, that's another thing. That's a big mistake people make, is they talk too much about themselves. Look how great I am. The person you're connecting with doesn't give a shit. They want you to know how much you give a shit about them. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So if I don't see you're caring about me, I ain't going to care about you. And that's pretty much how human nature is. Like it or that's it. Like you can't argue with that, right? Like you want to argue with that, great, you have no friends. So that's that thing. And then the next thing was just providing some sort of value. Like what value can you add? This is another thing. This is the big topic that people don't understand. It's like there's different types of value. Like one of my clients before, he thought that his only value to offer was money. Therefore, when he hung out with people that made more money than him, he felt insignificant and worthless because he felt like he couldn't actually add any sort of value. And that's a one-dimensional way of thinking and looking at it. I could have thought that because I didn't have as much money as this guy, so I could have thought,
fuck, I don't have anything to say to this guy.
Right? But if you understand the different forms of value, which at the time I didn't know that, I was just doing it naturally, right? But there was different forms of value that I was providing. So there's emotional value, practical value, right? Those are just two. So like if you're making someone laugh, or if you're validating how they feel, right? Like let's say someone's family member just passed away and you're there emotionally for them. Like how are you feeling? Like you're sitting in that emotion of sadness and grief with them. that's value. You're providing value in that moment, right? And practical value, like, can you introduce them to someone? Can you do stuff for them? This is practical value. Those are two ways. There's more ways, but being aware of the value, like emotional value, making them laugh. That's another way of providing value. But anyway, once you're aware of that, all right, you're like, all right, I have more confidence now in who I am because I've experienced lots of shit that I know stuff that they don't know about certain things that they want to do. Let's say the guy, he makes a lot of money. You don't make a lot of money right now, but he wants to play piano and you already play piano. You're a master at it. Now you can add value. That's practical value, right? So there's lots of ways to do this, but you need to be aware of how you can add value to them. And relationships will fizzle out if there's no value there, right? Like the relationships that last, there's always value. You're always providing some sort of value. I remember when I met one of my friends in Vegas, right? He's in Bali now, and I've known him for like 9 years, I believe, or close to actually 10 years. And yeah, we met in Vegas, kept in contact on Facebook, and then he came out to Thailand, and then that's where I had an opportunity to add lots of value because I know a lot about Thailand, and just been living there for 7 years. I'm the guy. I'm that guy in Thailand. Like,
If you want to know about Thailand, you hit me up.
and so I was taking him to the best restaurants, like best hotel, like everything, like the best of the best, right? Taking him like everything, and that was immense value. But that was just how I lived my life, right? So I wasn't like,
Oh, I'm providing value now.
it was just like, hey man, I know it's a great spot. Let's go meet for dinner. Let's go here. And it was just a great time. So you could do it in a way that's genuine. It's not like I'm not thinking about adding value. I'm just doing it. Like it becomes a part of you to where it's just natural, right? And so this is the biggest thing I want to put across is this is not manipulation. This is doing it in a natural way. This is how you connect. And the key for me, I don't know about you, but I want to feel good when I'm connecting with people. So I don't want to do anything just
So I can get something.
right? And that's how, because when you have trust in the process, you don't worry about that. Like I don't worry about whether I'm going to get what I want, because oftentimes I don't even think like that. I don't meet someone and think,
I want to get this from them.
because that's how everyone else thinks. And that's why the easiest way to connect with a celebrity is to be on their level. What do I mean by that? Well, one of my business mentors, he met Chris Brown, right, on the red carpet somewhere, and he treated Chris Brown like his mate, like his friend. And that's why I think Chris Brown gave him his personal number, because he's on his level. See, the reason why celebrities treat fans like fans is because they act like fans. Like celebrities are used to that, right? Anyway, I'm digressing, but I've got so much to offer, so much to talk about in this space. If you found this video helpful, you want more content like this, let me know what you want to hear with regards to networking and social life, because that is one of the biggest things that I can add value with, right? If you're struggling with connecting with someone, you're struggling with adding value, keeping the conversation going, nurturing the contact, that's a big one. But most people don't know how to nurture their contacts. That's why it fizzles out, because you don't know how to consistently add value over a long period of time, right? And because you're so desperate to get something from them, it either fizzles out or they just stop replying to you because they just think you're a leech. And how can you build genuine relationships with someone that just wants something from you? That doesn't feel good, right? Whenever someone wants something from you, how do you feel? How does that make you feel? Anyway, I digress. So whatever you want to learn, what is the most burning question that you have on your mind about networking, social life? Let me know in the comments and I'll answer it, because this is even more than health, actually, this is the area where I'm just like,
Easy, 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 easy.
and it's natural for me. I don't even think about it, right? So let me know whatever question you have about social life, networking, even dating, right? It's all the same, right? It's all the same. And I can share stories about dating as well. So let me know in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.